નમસ્તે, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Hello students, today we are going to learn standard 7th subject English grammar lesson number 6 verbs stative dynamic. As you know students, in our previous video we learned about the teaching points related to verbs stative dynamic. What is a stative verb and what is a dynamic verb we understood in it. Now today we have to do exercise B in this video. But before starting our exercise, just we have to revise what is a stative verbs and what is a dynamic verbs. So stative verbs are those that show the state of mind, feeling, location, position, situation or condition of the subject in relation to the object. So stative verbs are those types of verbs that show the state of mind, our feelings, location, position, situation or condition of the subject in relation to object. It shows the relation between subject and object. So that type of verb we known as a linking verbs. We studied in our 6th standard grammar textbook also. Now dynamic verbs. Dynamic verbs are those that show the action, development process, course or perception of some object by the subject. So that type of verb is known as a action verb. In that type of verb we see the subject's action. It's known as a dynamic verbs. Okay? Can you understand student? Action verb and linking verb or dynamic and static verb. Now based on that we have to do exercise B. Let's start it. Exercise B is given here. Rewrite the following sentences changing stative verbs into dynamic verbs and dynamic verbs into stative verbs. We have to rewrite the sentence. If sentence given as a stative verbs, we have to convert it into dynamic verbs, and if sentence is given in a dynamic verbs, then we have to convert it into stative verbs. So vice versa, all the things we have to do. Let's start and understand about it. First one is that Narsi preferred her youngest son to the rest of her children. Here which is verb? Can you find it? Here preferred is a verb. Here preferred is a verb. But which type of verb is here? Preferred is an stative verb. Stative verb. It shows the connection subject and object. It's a work as a linking to subject and object. So that type of verb is known as a stative verb. We have to convert now into dynamic verb and then rewrite the sentence. So I do here, just see. Narcissus provided her youngest son more than the rest of her children. Here I used the provided noun here. Provided is here a dynamic verb. It is known as a dynamic verb. Okay? Can you understand? Dynamic verb. So it converted into stative into dynamic. Here provided is so an action. So it's become a dynamic verb. Can you understand student how we have to do exercise here? Now second sentence we have to do. Second sentence. We went swimming at the resort. We went swimming at the resort. Here went is used as a noun, but went is so an action. It's so an action, so it's used as a dynamic verb. We have to convert it into stative verb. So I write here, we swam at the resort. We swam at the resort. Here swam become stative verb and sentence changed, but sentence meaning remains same. We swam at the resort. So it's become like that. Now third sentence. This shop has two costly articles in it. This shop has, which is verb here, can you find it? Yes, has is a verb here. It is used as an stative verb. We have to convert it into we have to convert it into dynamic verb. Can you understand? We have to use we have to convert it into dynamic verb, and then we have to write here. This shop sells two costly articles in it. Here I used the sells as a dynamic verb here. This shop sells two costly articles in it. Here sells become dynamic verb. So it converted into dynamic form. Understand? Now fourth one we have to do. Fourth sentence. The Chief Justice's son holds on an MBBS degree in medicine. The Chief Justice's son holds an MBBS degree in medicine. Here, which is verb here? Can you find out? Yes, holds is verb here. So we have to convert it into the Chief Justice's son has attained an MBBS degree in medicine. Here, holds is a dynamic verb. I converted into stative verb here. Attained. Attained is the stative verb here. Understand, student? But sentence meaning will be same. Sentence meaning remains same. Now next thing, fifth one we have to understand. Fifth sentence. The poor woman realized that her son required new shoes. The poor woman realized, here realized used as a stative verb. It is used as a stative verb. We have to convert it into dynamic verb and then rewrite sentence. So I write here, the poor woman said that her son required a new shoes. The poor woman said that her son required new shoes. Here said word is used as a dynamic verb. Can you understand? Realized as a stative verb and I used here said as a dynamic verb. So now it converted into dynamic verb. Now sixth sentence. The slim pants you gifted me fit me very well. The slim pants you gifted me fit me very well. So which is noun here? The slim pants gifted. Here gifted verb is used here. Gifted is a dynamic verb here. Gifted, to gift is one type of concrete noun, concrete verb. So gifted we have to convert it into stative verb. How it happens? Just see. The slim pants you suggested, here I used the suggested verb to me, fit me very well. Suggested to, I use here suggested to. Suggested to will become here a stative verb. Understand, student? Now seventh sentence we have to do. Sentence number 7. I remember vividly the day those riots broke in the city. I remember vividly the day those riots broke in the city. I remember, here remember word is used as a stative verb. We have to convert it into dynamic verb and then rewrite the sentence. So I write here, I spoke vividly about the day those riots broke in the city. Here I use spoke as a stative verb, dynamic verb. Dynamic verb. Remember is a stative verb. I use the spoke as a dynamic verb. Can you understand, student? Now next one, 8 number. Sina heads night-time disco. Sina heads night-time discos. Here heads word is used as a verb. Here heads is a stative verb. We have to convert it into dynamic verb. Now what happens? See, Sina attends. Here attends night-time disco. Here attends I used as a dynamic verb. Next one. Why are you shifting your resident continuously? Why are you shifting your resident continuously? Here shifting is used as a noun. We have used as a verb. We have to convert it into Why do you dislike? Shifting is a dynamic verb used here. We have to convert it into stative verb. And then what's happened now? We have to see why do you dislike? I use here dislike verb. I use here dislike verb as a stative verb. Your resident continuously. So I converted a dynamic verb into stative verb here, shifting to dislike. Now 10th number. King Lear lost faith in God as well as man. King Lear lost faith in God as well as man. Here lost word is used as a verb. We have to convert it into stative to dynamic and dynamic to stative. King Lear hated God as well as man. Here lost verb is used as a dynamic verb, but I use here hated as a stative verb. So it's converted into stative form. Lost is in dynamic form, hated is in a stative form. So sentence become like that. King Lear hated God as well as man. Now next sentence number 11 we have to do. See here. Jesus became angry at his son. Jesus became angry at his son. Jesus called for his son. Here became is a dynamic verb. We have to convert it to stative verb. So I write here called. Jesus called for his son. Can you understand, student? Now last 12th number sentence. The postman has delivered the mail. Here delivered is used as a verb. It is used as a verb. The postman remembered. Delivered is an dynamic verb. We have to convert it into stative verb and we have to write here. So I use remembered as a stative verb here. The postman remembered the mail. So remembered became here stative verb and delivered is a dynamic verb here. So I converted it into here stative dynamic into stative verb. So students, here our exercise be over. All the answers I write here, you have to complete it in your grammar textbook with pencil. So students, here we completed our exercise A and B. With that, our lesson number 6, verbs, stative, dynamic, we completed here. Thank you for joining us.